Hi, this is James Gorman, Total Library here with my second book review in the Summer Slaughter series. Today's book I'll be discussing First Blood by Morrell. This was first published in 1972 by Rowman and Littlefield. This is the British edition by Pan Books, which was also published in the same year. Years ago, I discovered the Rambo series, and I thought they were okay until I finally got my hands on the book, First Blood, and David Moore is a really hard author to come by, like find some of his books, like especially this one. This one took me quite a while till I got my hands on it. And after I read the book, I couldn't believe how much better the book was. As the first film of First Blood is basically it's terrible. It's like Disney made the movie, which I'll explain later in my review. And I really have gone to just like the whole Rambo series entirely because this is more of a standalone book that wasn't meant to be made into a series, which I'll also touch on my review. And this is a really good book for 1972. This is a really good thriller, and reading again, it was a lot of fun reading this book, and it had some really good moments in it, and I really enjoyed, and a lot of intense action towards the end too. So, without further ado, let's get into the review. Plot. A Vietnam vet, Rambo, is traveling across America after his tour in the war. Homeless and jobless, Rambo has been living in the forest, eating both wildlife and visiting fast food joints with what money he can find. However, Rambo is suffering from PTSD and has gotten in a few fights from people who bothered him. He has already killed one man with a knife and isn't afraid to kill anyone who angers him. While in a small town of Madison in Kentucky, local police chief Wilfred Tessel, who strongly dislikes Rambo because of his filthy, unclean look and doesn't want homeless bums in his town. After ordering Rambo to leave his town 2 times, Tessel catches him again looking at a pond of fish. Tessel goes to arrest him when Rambo threatens him to leave him alone or else. Tessel takes him into the station and charges Rambo for vagrancy along with resisting arrest and is sentenced to 35 days in jail. During his stay in the cramped, tight jail cell, Rambo begins having flashbacks to his days in Vietnam along with being a POW, as Rambo was tortured by his captors, along with toying him. Trying to break him down until Rambo was able to escape, and after avoiding capture by the Viet Cong, Rambo is rescued by his own squad. Then one day, while Rambo is having a shower, Tessel and 2 other officers attempt to cut and shave Rambo. He has another flashback back in Nam and believes he's going to be tortured again. Rambo snaps and disarms the officer, takes his straight razor, and disembowels him, causing all of his guts to spill onto the floor. Before Tessel and the other officer can react, Rambo storms out and punches another cop so hard he steals his gun, runs out of the station, and knocks a man off his motorcycle and flees. Tessel goes after him as Rambo fires off a few shots before making his way to the forest. Tessel gets his cruiser stuck in the ditch, forcing him to stop. Rambo is able to travel deep in the forest with plans to escape to Mexico. He happens to bump into a group of people living off the grid who are strongly against the law. A father agrees to give Rambo clean clothes, food, and a lever-action rifle. The next day, Tessel orders his men to search for Rambo while having a local Orville bring his 3 dogs to track him down, along with getting a helicopter. Tessel refuses to let state police handle this, but during his search, Tessel is remembering his tour in the Korean War. When Rambo is spotted by the helicopter, an officer tries shooting at him as Rambo tries to escape, but after being trapped, Rambo fires back, killing the officer and shooting at the helicopter, causing it to crash. He then takes out 2 of Orville's dogs, which the third runs off a cliff in fear, taking another officer with him. As Orville goes to check on his dog, he is wounded by Rambo. When a sudden storm breaks out, Rambo goes after Tessel's men as he causes them to waste most of their ammunition then trying to escape. Rambo silently dispatches them with a hunting knife he got from a dead officer. He easily picks off Tessel's men until he's all alone. However, both men are forced to retreat as the storm is getting worse. Blaming himself for starting this whole thing, along with the death of his men, Tessel calls the state police for backup. Later on, Tessel receives information back from the station that Rambo is a highly trained Green Beret who's an expert in guerrilla warfare and survival tactics. He's also received the Medal of Honor for his actions above and beyond the call of duty during the war. Realizing there are no match for Rambo, the state police call in the National Guard to capture or kill Rambo. Within hours, they arrive with the head of the Green Berets, Colonel Sam Trudman, whose program taught Rambo how to be a skilled and deadly soldier. Trudman tells Tessel they will take over and let him go home, but Tessel refuses to leave, stating he started this mess and he'll finish it. While hiding out in the mines, Rambo is torn between escaping to Mexico or staying to finish off Tessel. questioning his own actions along with thoughts of killing himself or surrender to Tessel. But after trapping himself in the mines, a group of soldiers try smoking him out. They once again push Rambo to his breaking point, which leads to a deadly shootout and destruction in Madison, as Tessel goes after Rambo to finish off what they started, as both men are afraid to die. First Blood is a very intense and dark thriller. It has a lot of interesting set pieces, action, and well-crafted characters. Rambo, of course, being my favorite, even though he is a man of violence, but if pushed too far, he shows how dangerous he can be. Tessel is the main reason why I don't like cops, always pushing people around and taking full advantage of abusing people with the law, and this time it comes to bite him in the ass when he crosses paths with Rambo. Hated this character and was looking forward to seeing him die at the end, and Truman felt a bit too simple and wished more effort went into his character. Now, the only issue I had with First Blood is during the third and final act of the novel, it starts to slow down and it got tired of hearing Rambo's thoughts of him wanting to give up after getting so far, along with questioning his actions, fearing what God will say about him, even though he doesn't believe in God. But the ending made up for the slow moments of First Blood. Sadly, this novel has yet to be made into a proper film, since the 1982 version of First Blood is nothing more than a Disney version of the story. Most of the violence is toned down, along with watering down Rambo to the point where he's a pushover. He'll only kill animals but not people, even though they are trying to kill him. And Tessel is wounded by Rambo but isn't put down for starting this whole mess in the first place. And I don't like any of the silly sequels, as this novel is a standalone story that wasn't meant to be made into a series. Overall, I say the novel First Blood is way better, and don't bother with the film that's loosely based on it. If you ever want to know what it'd be like hunting on dangerous men, then check out First Blood by Morrell. You won't be disappointed by it. You know, there's a lot of remakes out there. Some I'm looking forward to, some I'm not. However, there's one remake I would love to see be done, and it will be this. I would love to see a remake of First Blood that sticks more true to the story and not the Disney version of the Stallone film, which is fucking terrible. It's a joke. And I have heard from the author who has commented several times stating that he feels that the Stallone version is actually better than this book, which I strongly disagree, which is also upset a lot of fans, including myself, as they would want to see a more true adaptation of First Blood, and with the Running Man remake in the works, and that one's going to be more true to the book. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm hoping that maybe one day we will get to see a proper filmatation of First Blood, and get to see the film that we always wanted to see, and not the Disney version that was made back in '82. I also feel that that a lot more can be added into the story with the film, like how Die Hard was done, which I felt the film version was a lot better than the book, which I feel the same could be done to First Blood. So maybe one day we'll get to see that remake we always wanted to see of First Blood. All right. That is it for the review today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I need to check out some other Morrell books. I used to have some years ago, but I don't know what it was. I just didn't get into them as I did with First Blood, so maybe now that I'm older, maybe I'll get into them, and hopefully find some more books to like by this author, as I only have one book by him. And I was adding some of his novels last night onto my Amazon and eBay wish list. So once I have some room on my shelves, I'll be ordering them and reading them to see if there's any more good books by this author that I can find. There was one other book I read, and I really didn't like it. Blood Oath. I just kind of found the plot boring. But anyway, I'll be reading my second last book in the Cyberpunk series, Jan Andrews' Dream Like Your Sheep by Phil Dick, and I'll be reading Stephen Peters' The Parker's Mind as well, which basically is like the basis of First Blood, but except the setting is Central Park, and the violence and mayhem is escalated to even further than First Blood. So I'm looking forward to reading that book again. And I also got Assassin by Sean Hudson as well. I look forward to reading that too. Anyway, that is it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to the October YouTube channel and the Facebook group of the same name, a place that you can post, share, and review fiction. Until then, I'll catch you later.